I think it's always kind of been in my head, in my want to do it. It's kind of like an itch that you just can't get, and I was kind of, I suppose, always interested.
I'd always been kind of interested in it. I think as a child, like, my parents used to always make fun of me because I was always like just stripping off and I just wanted to be naked all the time. Like, I think I kind of held that into my adult life, but I guess it's something that's not really socially acceptable. And I had never really heard of like naturist communities until my friend was like, I wonder if people can like just be naked all the time.
I had friends when I was younger that would be from a more liberal family, more naked family, and I just remember them being very close to each other, physically and emotionally, and able to talk to each other a lot easier than my house was anyway. And we weren't a naked family. We were a clothes on family, go to mass family. I remember from my earlier years, they just seemed a nicer, tighter family. My name is Stephen Bolton. I'm 37 years of age and living in South Dublin, and I'm a naturist.
My name's Ishtar Darlington. I'm a yoga teacher from Dublin, and I've been teaching yoga for about 5 years.
I used to live abroad and I was a regular sauna goer, and when I came to live in Ireland in 2006, I soon found out there was nothing or nowhere to practice a proper sauna. That's it, naked. There's no other way to do a sauna because it doesn't make any sense not to sweat out totally. I suppose I also wanted to do naked swimming, and I was browsing for Naturism in Ireland, and I found out Irish Naturist Association, and I joined because it was the only possibility. My name is Leticia, and the event coordinator of Irish Naturist Association.
Everyone thinks that it's going to be some big deal, but it's not. Everyone's seen each other naked. Everyone's seen themselves naked every day. You get over it very quick. It'd be the equivalent of like going to the gym, going to the locker room in the gym. You just forget about it after a couple of seconds. It's no big deal. So ultimately, what I think is overwhelmingly positive experience. And when I was on the Late Late Show in April to promote this year's World Naked Bike Ride, everyone at work seen it and came up to me the next day and said, "Yeah, congratulations, yeah, that looked great. Fair play to you."
Particularly in Ireland, in this part of the world, like, we're sort of brought up with this shame around our bodies. Like, we're always told to cover up, and even, I mean, nowadays it's becoming like there's a lot of movements around, you know, wear what you want and wear what you feel, but even now, like, there's a kind of older generations, I think, would view even like wearing kind of like skimpy clothes and stuff is like it's not okay. So yeah, we have kind of like this shame around our bodies, and I think people who it's just kind of ingrained in people's minds that it's not okay. People who haven't come across it before find it really weird, and it can take a little bit of time to just kind of get used to the idea.
Since 2017, the mere fact of being naked is not an offense, and in the past maybe they might have used that as sex, as public scandal, just present yourself naked. But now, as people understand, like, people go abroad to a nudist beach and they are naked, and that's nothing.
I heard about the World Naked Bike Ride that happens down in Cork every summer. A couple of years ago, I said, you know what, right, I'm going to do it. I went down to Cork. I have a couple of friends that live down there, so we were able to stay with them for the night. And it was mayhem. It was panic stations. It was this large warehouse with maybe 150 people in it, 75 or 80 getting painted, and 75 or 80 artists, and it was just madness. But to see the detail and the amount of work and 5 or 6 hours of work gone into each participant of the World Naked Bike Ride was just incredible. And me showing up half an hour to go thinking, oh yeah, it'll be fine. No, it was a true art form. That day just blew me away. Cycling around in Cork city centre with all this colour, with all this beauty and art and creativity was just incredible.
It's a social convention why you are not naked, because it's really, you really feel free, more free.
I haven't yet convinced any of my family to get involved. They're open to the idea, but I don't think it's for them at this time. A couple of my friends have come along to the Naturist yoga classes, and it's funny, it's the people that I wouldn't have expected to be interested in it that have come along, and the people that I would have expected to be kind of open to the idea have kind of put up a wall and said, no, that's not for me. You do you. You're the weird hippie yoga teacher. Of course you're going to want to get naked, but we're not going to do that.
It's all about body acceptance and nobody shame, feeling that your body is just the way it is and you don't need to hide it. You don't need to be ashamed of your body because it's imperfect. It doesn't matter, so all the bodies are the way they are. Just accept that. Don't be trying to compare yourself to an ideal body that in general doesn't exist, or it's just models and TV shapes that are not real enough for us. And why would we be suffering from that complex? It equalizes people. It's a great social equalizer. This democratic feeling of we are all the same, and you see that more when naked, because you are not seeing social status. It's the most non-sexual thing. So it's more non-sexual than any other circumstance. You understand? If you are clothed, like you may have sexual tension with someone else.
I find it really liberating. I find it a really, really liberating experience. I mean, I'm comfortable naked. It's really like physically comfortable, but it's also really empowering to kind of love your body for exactly as it is and own your body and really feel comfortable in your own body. And also being naked with other people, realizing that everybody's bodies are different and that's totally okay. Like it's never a competition. There's never any like comparison. Oh, my belly looks this way or my legs look this way. It's always you're there, your body is the way it is, and it's this amazing tool. I mean, it's the most amazing tool you're ever going to own. And you're there just to love it and see what it can do and just accept it for exactly as it is.